Hey folks, what's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and we are back in the Hag Grief campaign. Hag Grief, whatever it is. In Total War, Warhammer 2, this is the Proving Grounds beta that is available if you want to go out there. In a previous video, I have described it. We're going to keep playing it. Now, I've actually played this a few times since you last saw, and I've learned some interesting stuff, which prompted me to provide some feedback to the Creative Assembly. I will explain that and answer some of your comments in just a moment. All I need to say real quick is, hey, thanks for being here today. If you want to help support the channel when you're done with the video, doesn't need to be now, click the like button if you liked it. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Anyway, so here we go. Let's jump in. One of the comments was I shouldn't be carrying these two Black Ark Corsairs because they're not doing anything. That is accurate. So I'm going to dump them. Another thing people said is that I can put my army on the Black Ark and save a bunch of upkeep. This is also absolutely correct. I don't have a great place to do it right now at the moment, but absolutely true. So definitely something that you can do. Now, as I played ahead, one of the things that they supposedly mentioned, I believe, and I could be off, but I'm pretty sure they mentioned in their notes that they were trying to make sure that the AI doesn't necessarily just snowball back as soon as you beat them. But as I've played ahead in this, trying to film this a couple of times over the last few days, the AI is absolutely snowballing back. I'll give you all a little, and this is for the sake of feedback on the beta, right? So already I'm not a huge fan of the beta. I feel like that all the changes just arbitrarily slow it down. They don't really provide any more rewarding experience for the player. This is my opinion, of course. Everybody has their own opinion. And I shared this opinion with CA. And you can go share whatever opinion with them you want, by the way. I feel like it doesn't add anything or reward anything. It just slows down the game. And so I feel like that's the only thing that the beta's accomplished so far, and that I don't feel like that's a great positive change. Now that said, yes, I intend to keep playing it because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe more time in this changes my mind. So that's where I stand at the moment. Anyway, having played ahead, Clan Eshin is cheating massively. They've got at least 7 heroes right now, 2 of which I can see on the campaign map, and another 5 or so are embedded in the 3 armies that they have at the moment, all from just Haunted Forest and Pig Barter. And even after I had taken Haunted Forest, they were not suffering any attrition while still fielding 3 armies, and I had to try and fight against about 6,000 Skaven in an impossible battle where they just keep flooding onto the battlefield, and they have like warp bomb abilities and stuff like that, so you can't possibly win. They will get you by attrition. And so I've run into that a few times, so now this campaign becomes a challenge of, can I beat the AI cheat grind? I know from playing ahead that Admiral Leech is about to be attacked, and this is another reason why I have a problem with the beta, and I provided this feedback to CA. Admiral Leech is about to be attacked. Snitch, instead of coming after my army and trying to end the campaign with a battle, right, coming after my army, no, he goes to sea. I can't see him half the time while he's out here at sea, even though I've got the Admiral out here. And you would think a Black Ark's going to have pretty good line of sight. It's like a sailing mountain. Nope, I can't see him, but he shows up and attacks the Black Ark. If I run away, he chased me all the way down this shoreline, all the way here. I ran until he disappeared again, and I was like, okay, maybe he quit chasing me finally. And I started to move back this way. Here comes Snitch, and he kills me. I haven't been able to save the Black Ark as a result of all this stuff going on. And with recruitment costs being really high, I don't have another good way to recruit. We're going to have to fight about 6,000 Skaven. I'm going to try another strategy here, which is I'm going to just blow through what little money I have by trying to get some recruitment out of the Black Ark at the last moment here before it gets destroyed. I can only afford to recruit 2 units because the recruitment cost is so absurd. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to recruit up as many units as I can get in my army real quick because we're going to need them all. I really got to turn those Exiles of Nehek off. I really don't want to see any movements from the Exiles of Nehek. Okay, let's get back at it. Because they don't have anything to do with me here. So I don't know what you all think about me telling you all these things, but I'm just trying to be straightforward with you. Yeah, but some people may say, well, Air, if you don't like it, don't play this. Play when you like. Like I said, I need to spend some time on it. Did I just recruit those I did. Um, you guys get to witness an air moment. I will fix this and be right back. Okay, there. I've done it right now. And you can see, you know, it's gonna hurt us. I don't have a lot of money. I think I can only recruit one more unit, maybe. And the reason I'm doing Blackheart Corsairs is because they're gonna be incredibly good against the Skaven. I would get Dark Riders for running down units, but Dark Riders just get beat in melee by Skaven skirmishers in the campaign. It's sad but true. I could get a couple of Bleak Swords instead of just the one Blackheart Corsair. Let's do that.
Shut up, demon!
There we go. I'm just gonna recruit up everything I can because I expect that Admiral Leech will soon be dead based on my previous runs, and reducing the upkeep of Blackheart Corsairs would be helpful at this point. Oh, there he is. We didn't even get to finish recruiting. Told you. So see, Snitch needs to defend his... Oh, wow. Hang on. I got beat, but he got away? Huh? What I'm trying to prove to you all right here... hang on. I need to keep changing the settings. Is it Clark? I don't want to see these people who I'm at war with anymore. Not over here. Like, I want to see them locally, but I don't want to see it way over there, so I'm turning off these guys faction by faction. My point with all this is that we came into the Proving Grounds beta. We felt like, oh, we need to change all these economies, we need to change all these things, we've got to do X, Y, Z, you know, to make the game more playable, blah, 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 blah. This game already has tons of replayability, in my opinion. And so, if we're going to change anything, it should be the absolutely gosh-awful decisions. Yeah, we're still going to die. Like, I actually should have sailed maybe down this way, because we had to go all the way around them. Yeah, whatever. We're going to lose the Black Ark. I'm not going to just sail around for eternity. And plus, the Black Ark doesn't do me a whole lot of good right up here in just this little bitty spot anyway.
My mind wanders.
So, what was I saying? Server die recruitment cost. Income from raiding. Income. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we do here. Casualties captured, I guess. I don't know. They should be working on the decision-making of the AI, is what I'm trying to get at here. They should be working on the AI, how it plays against the player, and how that drives it. So, like, right now, Snitch should be trying to fight my army. Admiral Leech, like, sure, he's important. And some of you may, well, Eric, taking out that Black Ark was actually a good strategic move, because you were recruiting from it, and you have bombardment of... Yeah, okay. Sure. I guess. No, it isn't. Taking out Malus ends my faction, and he's got a substantial army, and I know he has 2 more back here at Pigbarter because I've played ahead, so no, it's not a good decision. He has the forces to come face me down and win the campaign right now, but he doesn't, because the AI. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, that's the only real reason. So it's really strange to me that we're trying to change all these economic things. We're trying to rebalance everything in the game, but we don't even have the AI making, you know, sensible decisions right now. And so I feel like they should approach all of those things before we should start trying to radically change the game. Does that make sense? And then I made another suggestion to CA, because some of you might say, well, Aaron, I like these changes. What are you getting on about? Well, I understand some of you will like these changes, and so my suggestion to CA wasn't to necessarily abandon these changes. My suggestion to them was to create a custom campaign slider bar, or menu, basically. You put checkbox buttons, radio buttons, whatever you want, right? And sliders, and it would be very similar to what exists right now in Battlefleet Gothic 2. Which is basically a slider bar that allows you to customize some of the different aspects of how you can. Look at this. He came ashore, and again, instead of challenging me, immediately runs away to a point where I can't chase him on this turn. But this is actually fine, because I want to go get some extra money and slaves from dropping this rebellion.
No puppet.
So what I'm going to do is actually force march this way, and that'll probably draw Snitch back into Haunted Forest, which is why I didn't spend any money on it. So I'm actually okay with this still at the moment. Anyway, the custom campaign slider, to me, seems like the right solution. why try and force everybody to play the campaign the same way? Why not let people play it the way they want? And then you could make it even more fun than that. Whenever they're using that custom campaign slider, it can generate a difficulty multiplier, like you see on some of the like Surviving Mars or Surviving the Aftermath, which are some Paradox games. It creates a difficulty modifier, and that could be a bragging right, especially for, say, people like Legend of Total War. His channel's a lot about like all the different challenge that he takes on, right? Ergo his name, like he's always trying to take on these challenges. That would create that for them. For someone like me, where I'm trying to create a video that is just more entertaining with these big battles and doom stacks and all that other kind of stuff, then I don't want all those sliders where the AI is going to cheat my brains out and make me want to rip my hair out, because I don't like that kind of game. But it allows both players to play the game in the way that they see fit. You see where I'm going with it? And I could be misrepresenting him. I'm not him. I'm not intentionally trying to misrepresent him if he doesn't like that kind of stuff. I'm just giving this as an example that maybe there is a different play style that people prefer to play versus being forced to play a certain way by Creative Assembly. And so I feel like that should allow the player to get to have a little say. And a good example would be Three Kingdoms. I like Three Kingdoms. It's a pretty fun game, but part of the reason why I don't play it, well, there's two reasons. One, people don't watch it for the most part, and that plays a big role. Like, if people don't watch stuff, it makes it difficult for me to keep it going on my channel, though I will do it from time to time. Anyway, people don't watch it very much, but mostly one of the reasons why I can't keep a campaign going is because I just get so angry at the way that it takes so long to replenish. You get bogged down with like low-tier units for the whole game, trying to fight your way through it. And I've had a few times where I got past that point, but then the AI all of the AI factions just turn against you, and then it turns into it again, even a later game, just giant slog. It just doesn't feel very rewarding to me, whereas I can play a Warhammer 2 campaign, and with some good decisions and big battle wins, I'm suddenly out here just smacking the AI on its head. And that's what I want in a campaign. I like being rewarded whenever I do something better than the AI. If I'm better as the player, I should be rewarded for being better. Does that make sense? So that's the way that I want to play the game. I'm going to get in a little closer so y'all can see some of the battle here. Click through some of these attacks. Anyway, that's my thought process on it. We do have this explosion ability. I think this is a good place to use it. Let's watch some Skaven get exploded, shall we? This will make my day happier. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, anyway, that's just my 2 cents on kind of these changes and the way they should push the game. If they do a custom campaign screen and slider like that, I think it would be way better for the franchise. It lets the players play how they want, and like, for instance, if Three Kingdoms had that, where you could adjust replenishment speeds, and like, for instance, if it's an option to have the new style of recruitment where they only come in with like 10 men and you have to wait 10 turns, or you can do it the old way where the unit's instantly recruited. If all those become options, then all of a sudden I'm probably playing more Three Kingdoms right now, because I can play that more traditionally, more like a Total War campaign I'm used to, versus a new style that I really don't like. And so I feel like that this would help widen the player base in these Total War games and help new players get accommodated and find a way to play the game they like. I just feel like it'd be better for everything, to be fair. So I don't know. You all tell me what you think. I've been talking about it for a while. Not meant to be a rant. I'm actually really glad that CA is doing a beta here, and that's part of the reason why I don't want to make it just sound like I'm rambling angrily at it. Because doing a beta is great. It means that they're asking for our feedback, versus they could just do something and throw it at us. So I made sure to tell them thank you for holding the beta and allowing us to give some feedback. And that's one thing I'll say about Creative Assembly, for all the little things that might lack sometimes in your game, like little AI things that tick us all off or whatever. Creative Assembly is a fantastic organization when it comes to just listening to feedback. They look at the community they have. I'm on a Discord of creators, and it's not just people like me that happen to have like 200-something thousand subscribers. They have a ton of people on there Like, I mean, people who don't even have a big channel, but they bring them in because they're trying to build their own community and reach out to them, and that's great. So I hope you all know that this isn't me, like, harping on them needlessly. I would certainly be fine pointing out where I think they're wrong, but I actually think that they're doing a ton of things right, which is part of the reason why they have such a dedicated fan base to Total War in the first place. So, in any case, there we go. Ooh, we got a luck stone. How nice. How nice. I will take a luck stone. Ooh, that one's a 5% ward stave. Wow. That's actually pretty nice too. Oh man, because we get a that actually may be even better. So we got some good stuff off that battle. Anyway, yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I would encourage you all to, one, if you want to provide your feedback, I have a thread on my Discord where you can put it in Proving Grounds talk, but also please take that feedback straight to Creative Assembly on their official Total War forums or Reddit. It's in their post if you go look up the Proving Grounds beta. Give them feedback where they need it. And let's help drive this. And I don't have to be the only one giving that feedback, obviously, and I shouldn't be. But that was just my 2 cents, is make the custom campaign slider. Now, that said, despite my frustrations and not loving everything about this, I'm still going to try and win this campaign. I mean, I ain't quitting now. Do I dare, like, spend the money back? I think we can. Let's just use the rebellions here at Flayed Rock to try and drive up some slave income. The slave income disappears quickly. I mean, obviously, because the Dark Elves aren't exactly probably treating all these captives nicely, and so your slaves do disappear quickly. So you do need to keep winning battles. So that's something that I need to improve on here, is that we have to keep winning battles and taking those captives and pumping up the slave income. Now what that will do also is it will create rebellions in our home province where we're sending all those slaves for the slave economy, but you know, we'll deal with that as it comes, as long as we're able to get the money. And hopefully I'm not banned on YouTube for using these words. You never know with them. They'll think that I'm encouraging something that I'm not. Let's move up. So I want Flayed Rock to rebel again, so it's actually good. We'll go ahead now and push down here and see if we can defeat Deathmaster Snitch. And then, like I said, we kind of want Flayed Rock to keep rebelling so that we can keep this slave number high, because it's really driving our income heavily right now, very heavily. So we want to try and keep that up. Let's burn through a few more turn-ins. It's the only way we're going to be able to defeat Clan Eshin's cheating, is if we amass enough coin to where we can pull this off, right? If I can use this coin to build up the Dragon Isles, to actually have a legit base and a way to defend the Dragon Isles, and a way to be able to recruit and sustain more troops, then we can succeed. So I see that I need to change my play style here probably to fit the faction, rather than just trying to play the traditional way that I do. So we've got Snitch's army cornered here. They do have the menace below. Wow, they got some serious... Well, there's a minus, but then they got plus 15. They don't have Warp Bomb that I can see here, which is good to know ahead of time. I still have my explosion ability, which means that it may not be a bad idea to just go plow Maliner Head Reaper into combat and try and blow up a bunch of Skaven on top of him. It'll be risky, though, because there's all these assassins. I don't know, we'll have to be careful.
Rise up, warriors!
If we can create a blob, though, we can take advantage of it and kill a whole lot of bad guys in the process. Having a few extra infantry units here has been helpful, to say the least, because Snitch still has a rather large force.
Dark elves.
Still has a rather large force.
Dark elves. Nagarothi. Cold ones.
Alright. Air needs to try and get you more... like, get you closer to the fight, where it's not, like, super far away, where I'd just like to command all my troops from high above. Can't help it, folks. Alright, we're probably going to get summoned on our crossbows, so I'm actually going to get this group free, come wheel in behind the crossbows, and be ready to take out any rat summons.
Carnage awaits. Now, at once.
Let's just keep moving our troops up over here. Go pin up old Snitchy.
Going. My blade hungers.
Fast forward a bit. I'm really kind of shocked they haven't used a menace below yet.
Onward.
There it is. Right on time.
Lord of the
Actually, I said right on time. It's actually slightly late. I'm gonna use my Medusa.
move.
Okay, just leave them alone. They're about to summon again, so go ahead and get up here.
Darkblade. Advancing. Forward.
Okay.
Corsairs.
All right.
Take swords.
Let's actually, well, we don't have a choice. Take the fights.
We are ready. Scourge. Death. Understood.
Okay, I expected this. Help get these clan rats off me.
Cold-blooded killers.
Let's start focusing down missile units. Keep attacking. Got those guys. Let's get you in. Try and break that up a little quicker.
We are ready.
Um,
No mercy.
let's actually stay back for just a minute just to keep these missile units safe.
Kill them.
There we go. Push forward. Use the abilities on Malus.
Kill.
Let's go for the explosion ability right here. Having a little bit of trouble right here in the middle.
Merciless.
Cleaned up another summon. I'm going to leave my cold ones here to cover any more summons, and I'm going to take my chariot, push it on in.
Dealers in
Malus is getting pretty beat up here. Let's send these Corsairs in to get Snitch.
dark shot.
Cleaning up this flank just fine. Boy, that assassin is really doing well versus Snitch. But he's about to get outnumbered, or versus Malus, my bad. I wouldn't be surprised if the Skaven summoned assassins after their own people. That wouldn't exactly be a surprising move. Let's go get that assassin.
Death is coming. Dark shots. Understood.
Okay.
Corsairs, by your command.
Corsairs.
Wage war. On it.
Really? You gotta summon this late into the battle, huh?
Darkblade. Who's fast?
Let's everybody hammer in on Snitch here. You provide some support fire up there, please.
Nagarothi. Merciless warriors.
Good, good.
Warrior. Dark shot.
Dark Shards, you got a target right here, actually.
For the king. Darkblade.
Debuff all this stuff again.
Battle ready.
Alright, looks like we are gonna drive the Skaven off the battlefield.
Eager for battle.
Just keep the crossbow fire up. Get rid of another assassin in the back.
Master Druki.
Snitch is not gone. Wow, they had another summon. These guys used a lot of food here.
Kill everything.
Like a lot of food.
Make them bleed.
We need to get the Deathmaster dead.
Certain death.
And he has been one tough cookie here.
Immediately. Relentless.
Alright, got the summon taken care of.
Back. The merciless host.
Let's keep fire up on these guys.
Nagarothi. By Drakira.
A Scourge Runner got routed? That sucks. There's probably a lot of missile fire back there, but I mean, it's not dead. We get it back, so it's okay. Alright, we finally turned the melee fight against Snitch. That was quite the fight. Wow, they had another summon up there. Good gravy. These rats must be swimming in food or cheap food, one of the two. But there we go. We had a fun battle. See, if Snitch would have come and given me that battle earlier, you know, again, probably would have been more entertaining than seeing him chase Admiral Leech all around the map aimlessly. Now, we should get some nice captives off of this, like some very nice battle captives. Oh, yeah.
Treasures and power.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. That's what I'm talking about. So we continue to make decent income. We get all the cash from looting. All this minus public order is going to be great because we're going to use it to just keep leveling up this army. I'm trying to pour some points into dropping recruitment cost here because recruitment cost has been changed. And it's also going to help me like keep the money up to pay for elixirs because we're going to be needing these from time to time in order to keep our replenishment going. So if I don't need to replenish, I won't worry about it. Let's get this casualties captured post-battle, like extra. This is really good. This is what we want. We've got a little bit of cash. Let's see if there's anything in particular down here that needs spending on at the moment. I don't love how little these buildings give you and how much it costs, but since we're getting all this income off of like all the looting and everything, I mean, I'm kind of inclined to go ahead and build some of this just to help the growth speed up. Because the faster this grows, the better we can defend it from all the rebellions we're going to be causing by overstocking it with slaves. So yeah, we'll kind of just play this one by ear. I'm gonna go ahead and build a couple of buildings here, though. I'm gonna save some of my income. I'm not really gonna spend hardly any money in Haunted Forest because I expect this to keep changing hands and being a mess. Basically, it's a short way to put it. It's gonna be a mess, folks. Yeah, and because I played ahead, I know I can't just go charge pig barter right now. It won't work. We need to stay here and use this kind of grind opportunity. I mean, well, there we go. Now I'm going to have to defend my home territory. Great. Great. Didn't need the greenskins to go do that. If they go from there on into these smaller... Now, this did not happen when I played ahead, so this is the first. The AI must know that I've caught on to their cheating strategy, and so they've come up with another one, which is, hey, if you can't defeat Clan Eshin, we'll just go 2 for 1 against you here. How pleasant. Well, we will deal with that somehow. Somehow, some way.
I am no puppet. No lagging.
I know, you're no puppet.
I grow weary.
Alright. Let's end the turn, see what the greenskins do.
I am Malus.
What do you want,
Kill
Snitchy?
me if you dare.
Does he want a peace treaty? Interesting. Should I give it to him? Get 10 turns of ignoring him and focusing on... Now, he made a peace treaty with the greenskins, too. That might explain why the greenskins came after me. Let's do this for a short time. Let's put a counteroffer up here. This is a high success chance. I don't want a non-aggression pact. Let's demand a payment out of him. Okay. That'll work. For now. It doesn't mean I'm going to leave Snitch alone, because he's actually the first faction we have to destroy, but that gives me a little money to help pay for the defense of the Dragon Isles. I wonder where they went. Did they go underground? We get 2,100 slaves if we raise these settlements. If we've done it once. Okay, that's one of the missions from Malekith up here.
There is little left of me.
We're up to tier, or up to 10 again. So we're done replenishing. But let's get some cash from Wrecking Rebels.
Cain blesses me.
We're capturing so many captives at this point. And then this is giving our units experience, it's giving our leaders experience. We're giving ourselves massive cash flow, helps us pay for the elixirs. I'm not really going to spend any money on Flayed Rock at the moment. I want it to continue to go through this process of rebellion. And even if we lose it, we can just come back and take it to keep building up our armies. So I am going to go ahead and mount Malus on Spite so he can be a little more mobile on the battlefield. Let's go ahead and grab Foe Seeker here. So you can see that this is just kind of helping to level up our troops. The greenskins are probably headed towards one of my lesser settlements. So we are going to need to get back here. So let's worry about it. Get it fixed. We'll just come back and retake Haunted Forest and Flayed Rock as needed. Let's see if we can clean up the greenskins. Maybe one thing at a time, try and get these people out of the way. I didn't see a move from the greenskins there, so it makes me wonder whether they've left the province. Or if they're still there. If I don't start walking back here, I won't really know what they're up to. A little bit risky to build buildings back here too. I'm going to do it though just to try and get some extra growth. I really want to get this up to the tier 4. We've only got one more point until we hit a population surplus of 3, and the growth is going at a fairly rapid clip. I don't know whether I should run back or just stay up here and keep dealing with the rebellions.
Time to pillage.
It's a bit risky, but let's see what happens. We know they can't take Dreadrock. Let's see what happens. That way I don't spend 5 turns walking back for no reason. It's possible the greenskins pulled out and went back. I still have no sight of them at the moment.
I have been relishing the
We just
doom
passed
I
Red
had
Cloud
planned.
there. And we didn't catch their movement. I don't think I've turned their movement off. All these people want peace treaties. Just, you know, work it out with Malekith. Okay? I'm not even anywhere around you to fight you. Still no sign of the greenskin hordes. Okay. Interesting.
Stay away, Zarkan.
Stay away, Zarkan. Ooh, Woundmaker, yes please. Let's make this guy a beast.
Something bubbles within.
Oh good, we're about to make another
I must
we're about to make
stay
another
away.
rebellion here. We'll let it go for a couple of turns and then beat it down. We're up to a population surplus of 3. It's 9 turns till we get another point. Dadgum, takes forever. Which means we're gonna have a rebellion here shortly. We kind of need
Cease your
a lord
provocations.
here to help defend this. Is anybody who's gonna come with like decent loyalty? No, not really. The best one was a 4, and that's a Supreme Sorceress of Fire. I don't really want a Supreme Sorceress. I'm gonna need someone who's decent in melee. I mean, a Supreme Sorceress of Beast would actually come with a helpful spell. I'm just not sure how much Winds of Magic they could pull down, and I feel like a Dreadlord can get in there and like actually cause some damage in
No
melee.
more from you.
Favored of the Witch King. Dreadlord, awaiting command.
I'm gonna do this, like, just get a Dreadlord, drop 1 unit of Dread Spears here, just to make sure that this can fight off any rebellion that comes. We've got a hag there and everything. The rebellion's gonna be here. Let's end the turn. If we can keep the Dragon Isles defended from these rebellions, and I don't know
I am
where these
all
greenskins.
too
Oh, what?
aware
Is he
of
already
the
declaring war
secret.
again? Oh no, he wants a non-aggression pact. Heck no. Buddy, you got like 8 more turns before I attack you, or whenever I'm ready, I suppose.
Things may get unpleasant for you here.
I love the dialogue from Malus. Come on, Malekith, dude, get your game on, bro. Getting wrecked. I really need to try this campaign sometime where we stay up in Nagaron, but it totally defies all the campaign objectives to defeat Snitch and
My
dwarves and
ascension
all this other
assured.
stuff. Okay, we're losing money fast. We're about to have the rebellion here. Okay, but that's okay. If we lose a little money, it's fine, because we'll get it back as we take the slaves off of the rebellion. I'm going to let the rebellion go for a little bit.
Shut up, demon!
Malus levels up again. Let's try and get to Lightning Strike and Quartermaster. Those would be very helpful. This dreaded Slaver, again, we take more captives because that's where all of our income is coming from. Feels like the natural decision.
I am no puppet.
I know, you're not a puppet. We've all heard you, Malus. We get it. Everyone believes you, okay? Check my... Alright, let's see what happens here.
Few things would gladden my heart more than your death.
Okay, let's see. The Hmong want a peace treaty. The only reason I'm not is because I'm kind of just like morally supporting Malekith here. Whether that's actually a good decision, you all can argue at me in the chat. Be at war with the Deadwood Sentinels. I don't really see why, but oh, yeah, good. The Greenskins can go for Haunted Forest. That'd be great, as long as they're not down here in my lands. There's the rebellion that we expected. It's a lizard rebellion, which is a little bit concerning because their troops are a lot better than Skaven. For all I know, they'll show up with a bunch of dinosaurs and wreck me.
No retreat.
Yay! Free money.
Stay away, Darkhand. For the hat.
What's this banner we got here? Speed and charge bonus. That would go well on a cavalry unit.
The void awaits them.
Excellent. Excellent. We've unlocked the Raven Heralds. And some other units. We'll save those units in case we need to recruit them up for a big battle. Let's get back here, and hopefully the Greenskins will take Haunted Forest. It might give me the opportunity. Well, that mission's gone from Malus, so
Shut up, demon.
can't do it at the moment, I don't think. Let's see. Contempt and when fighting against anything and everything. Ooh. Yeah. That looks... Well, actually, I want to finish this down here, but then yes, we'll definitely want that. We're getting close to Quartermaster and Lightning Strike, which I think will be very important for this campaign. I may turn on the 60 skill point mod eventually, just because I like playing that way, and I don't want to be limited to like what we can do with our leaders. It's another one of those like campaign preferences that I was kind of alluding to earlier. I don't need anything for Harpies. Leadership for Dread Spears, Dark Shards, Black... I mean, that actually wouldn't be bad to have higher leadership. We're going to have to use these early game units a lot longer, and having higher leadership will keep them in a fight longer, so that is not altogether bad. I wish I knew everything else that was in that army. We could recruit some more troops here, just for the time being. I mean, it's not going to hurt to have some extra troops. I can disband them as soon as we're done with them, and we have the money to recruit them because of all the fighting we're doing. All these slaves are going to drive a huge public order penalty in that province, but if we can grow that province, we can put in the right buildings, we can make even more money off of all these captives, and we can make it defensible. And it should justify the cost of having to maintain some extra troops and a lord there. And it will help us start leveling up that lord. Maybe holding their loyalty and getting a, ultimately having us be ready for a second. Look, that's so weird. Why did they could have easily taken Haunted Forest. What's their play here? Oh, this scares me. This scares me because these guys are just waiting longer and longer.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
I don't want to recruit these because then I'll have to disband them because I can't pay for it, and then I'll have to wait forever for them to come back available, like 10 turns, and I may need them for Malus. I think I'm going to go ahead and just recruit a couple more Dread Spears here, just to make sure that Dreadrock has a significant garrison. I mean, we get a lot of Dark Shards, and this would give me a whole bunch more infantry units to kind of help hold back the tide. So let's just see what we can do.
In my soul.
Kind of playing this by ear here, folks. Right now, I'm just trying to make money, stay alive, and grow my settlement. If I can turn the Dragon Isles into a decent recruiting income fortress, it's going to help fuel this campaign. Because there's not a lot of other good stuff to settle. Ah, the Greenskins ran off. Dang it. I needed them to stay there. I should have gone into a different stance. I think that the Lizardmen have sieged me too early as well. I could be wrong. What do they got? Yeah, they sieged me too early.
Create chaos!
They get a cold one rider. They definitely sieged me too early. We're gonna come out here and defeat them so that I can disband these units, and you know, kind of wait here a little.
Lies beyond.
This will be a good place to end this episode too. Feel like that we've been successful here. I've had a chance to share with you some of my thoughts. You all hopefully are down there commenting on your own. We've gotten some good battles in. We haven't gained any territory, but we have gained a lot of money. We've kind of gotten a play style down here that I feel like has a recipe for success. We did lose a Black Ark, which I hate, and I have no way to re-recruit it right now because we don't have a port settlement. But at the same time, that Black Ark was kind of stuck in this little ocean back here where it wouldn't have been helpful long run in the game. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Let's actually do this. Let's get our Corsairs behind a line of Dread Spears. We'll use the Dread Spears to block Dino charges, and then we'll just put the handbows there. Let's put our leadership up front to kind of absorb charges, and we can also use our harpies to block the... I'm not even honestly worried about the Pterodon Riders. I think I'm just going to use my harpies to block the charge of the Bastillodons. Okay. We do get a special ability here, the Shadows of Anlek, which is a breath spell. Okay, let's get down here, closer to the battle where you all can kind of see what goes on. I'm going to take this off the screen just to give you a little more cinematic view here. Actually, we should probably stop the charge of the Cold One Riders with the Harpies and then one Bastillodon. Let's wait till this unit of Cold Ones gets close. I'm going to go use this dude to go pin down that Bastillodon. Actually, I'll be ready to pin it down when it comes up here. Let's see if we can pull those Pterodon Riders in. I want to get all this stuff into range of the crossbows real quick. Wait. Now. Block their charge. Spears. Okay, good. Death Hag, can you block that one? Block that Bastillodon. And let's kill Bastillodon, Blackheart Corsairs, countercharge. Oh yeah, that Bastillodon's gonna get shreked. Good. It's all going according to plan at the moment. Excellent. There's one more Bastillodon that needs your attention. Let's actually go over here and fight their lord. See if we can get the Death Hag out of this fight for just a minute. Oh yeah, that Bastillodon's getting absolutely wrecked. Excellent, we've got their Cold One Riders tied down. We can now go focus out their lord. Bastillodon's gone. Oh wow, Saurus Warriors trounced Blackheart Corsairs? That I would not have expected. Let's pull back some extra spears to help over here. So we're a little bit blobbed up. Let's do the same thing, pull these Dread Spears back. Yeah, here we go. These spears can hold back the Saurus Warriors. Maybe for a second. They're about to rout. But we just took down the enemy lord. I've got more Dread Spears. Yeah, come back here. Let's kill those Pterodon Riders. I can pull these spearmen back to help hold up this flank as well. These Saurus Warriors are owning. These guys are on fire, man. They clearly see the great plan right now. Alright, Pterodon Riders are down. Crossbow domination. Let's just let the crossbows fire at will. Let's go out here and help. Wow, these really? A unit of Cold One Riders is cutting its way through Dread Spears? Maybe because the Bastillodon came back, I guess. I don't know. Let's give these guys a little parting gift as they flee. Oh, it was poorly aimed. Never mind. Well, I mean, my intentions were good. If by good, I mean bad. Easy victory. Anyway, that's why I was a little bit scared about letting these lizards rebel for long enough, because you never know, they're going to like show up with a Dread Saurian or something. But fortunately we have a pretty good garrison, and it looks like we should be able to hold off these lizardmen rebels, which means we can continue to pump this slave economy up.
We do not follow orders.
That is not nearly enough slaves captured from that battle. I feel like it should have been a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and drop the recruitment on those. Is there a reason why these guys aren't replenishing? Local effects. What is the local effect?
Noble of Nagaroth.
Huh? Is it because is it all armies that are affected by this? Yes. Okay. Got it. Understood.
Darkblade.
I had forgotten that it was all armies. So Flaydrock's about to rebel again. Again, this is just, I'm using all this to just pump up the slave economy here in this province. I'm going to spend just the 750 just to get the extra growth. It's not a lot, but I want to drive as much growth as we can. We still got 5 turns. I'll go ahead and go through one more turn in here. Corvicious got a skill point here. Corvicious? Is that a real name? Wow. Indeed it is. Actually, I should have done the blue skill tree and worked on the same thing, like getting the recruitment cost down for whenever these scenarios come. I mean, with recruitment cost being as high as it is, it kind of seems like it's going to make sense to almost always go down that road. It'll make that a more important tree to explore.
What?
Okay, easy auto-resolve. Not many. Take a few extra captives off that. We've defeated the rebellions for now. We can temporarily disband these units, because it's just costing me unnecessary. Ooh, well, may lead to its lord. Oh, I mean, I can always just disband the lord, too, if I need to. Whatever. I'll disband you all. Yeah, it did. Drop their loyalty. Whatever. Route Marcher. Okay. I forget about this loyalty mechanic. I'm not super inclined to spend a lot of money on Flaydrock at the moment. I kind of want it to rebel. But then at the same time, if we build it up and we get a slave economy going there too, it's just that the growth takes so long here because it's an unpleasant climate, and so committing to the long-term growth of Flaydrock right now, it just doesn't seem like something I really want to do. Yeah, let's just end the turn.
I control you.
No, you? Did he, like, he basically just said no, you. Okay? He basically just said no, you. I want that documented. Anyway, folks, I think we've had a good episode. Like I said, I've kind of gotten a play style down here that's going to allow us to flourish, at least at the moment. We've got a big enough army. We can defend our home settlement. We're pumping money back to it so that we can actually build it up when the growth gets there. I feel like that we are in a decent place overall. We're getting a lot of captives every time I defeat the Skaven here.
The people are displeased.
This actually be good. Let the public order subside for a while. Probably wouldn't be a bad thing. 3 more turns till we get a surplus point, so we're actually in pretty good shape. Anyway, hope to see you all in another episode soon. We had what I feel like this was a successful episode, and we're positioning ourselves with all this extra money and reduction of upkeep for Malus to come swinging in, finally wipe out the Skaven at Pig Barter. I'll tell you what I really need is I need a sorcerer to help make Malus's army a lot stronger, so we'll work our way towards it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. Hope to see you all again soon in some Total War Warhammer 2 action. This coming from the Proving Grounds beta.